Family, ECOWAS is considering sending their standby force to Guinea-Bissau to go and restore the country from military rulership to democracy. Their standby force has become active and they are considering sending it if negotiation fail. I'll get you all the details. I promise you that after the coup d'etat, details will come out and we'll gather all these details to understand exactly what the situation is in Guinea-Bissau. Is there really coup d'etat, genuine coup d'etat, or we are going to have a Gabon style of coup d'etat which recently happened? What exactly is happening? Because the military leaders currently who took over the country came to state television and declared that they have taken over the country. They have their own account. The media houses have their own account. The representative of ECOWAS and African Union, including Goodluck Jonathan, who is part of the elders of West Africa, who went there to observe the election to make sure that things went well or things go well, whichever the English is, we put it like that. He also gave his account together with the rest of the representatives. So we are going to pick all this and connect it together to find out who is fooling who. If you're already here with me, lovely people, please hit the like button and also try your best to subscribe to the channel. The channel is growing thanks to you. Beautiful. Let's get right into it. The account of the military, we are not going to go over it. Within a space of 48 hours after the coup d'etat happened, one thing you need to know that follow is that a general was named as the transitional leader and the military appointed him to lead the charge. According to report, this man is a senior officer. His name is General Horta N'Tam. He was the head of the presidential staff before the coup d'etat happened. After he was named as the head of the transition, a new man whose name is Lidio Vierati, he is a close associate of Embaló, the president that was overthrown. They were supposedly overthrown. They appointed this man as the prime minister. Multiple credible outlets confirmed this report. He was appointed as the prime minister. He's a close person of the president. Embaló, the president whom they took over from, left for Senegal after being detained, and authorities report that he landed in Senegal safely. Now, there is a problem with the coup d'etat. When you look at the account of the military, it looked genuine. They said both candidates declaring that they have won the election before the final result comes out, put tension in the country and could destabilize the country. So they took over to do what? Restore order. That was their main goal, to restore order. So they suspend everything that was going on related to the election. And the account is genuine. And we can even see it in the news that the moment both of you declare that you have won the election, definitely you put tension in the country. So we pick them on their word. Let's hang it one side. Something also happened. Reporters or the observers who went to the country to observe, the ECOWAS community and the African Union community, both who went to the country to go and observe together with the Elders Forum, which part Jonathan, the former president of Nigeria, was part of this group. These people are also giving different accounts. Now, according to the account of these people, when the coalition was going on, everything was set. I'm going to play the video of Jonathan actually. The coalition was going on, everything was set, waiting for the result. Then it wasn't the military that called them, alerting them that, oh, there is coup d'etat, we have taken over the country. No, it was the president that called them, the incumbent, called them that I have been arrested. You have been arrested and you are making call. That one, there's a flaw already. You have been arrested and you are making call, alerting your people that you have been arrested and there is coup d'etat. He did that. He announced to the observers before the military hit the TV station, announcing that they have taken over. That is not all. The one that got us to realize that this one is a Gabon style of coup d'etat, a framed up coup d'etat. You understand? Let us speak fact. When you flip the coin, the whole thing looks flawed. Why? The president that was arrested, that said that I have been arrested, the president is contacting Jeune Afrique, France 24, like media houses, all the mainstream media houses, especially the French media houses, contacting them, letting them understand that he's been detained, he's been arrested, and you have been detained, you have been arrested, and you are able to call media houses to let them know. That's the same thing that Ali Bongo did. he recorded himself and they say, oh, come and save me, come and save me. He's been arrested, he's been detained and blah, 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 blah. Where do they get the phone from? If you have been arrested by the military actually, you will not have the chance to do what? To contact people, especially media houses, announcing to them that you have been arrested. They should come and help you. So that is the number one problem we are facing with the coup d'etat right there. And the Prime Minister Sonko published on his page, he said the coup d'etat in there in Guinea-Bissau, he is not going to elaborate on it. It is a frame-up work. It is a coup d'etat arranged. It is a setup. That is what he said in quote. He said it was a complete setup. It is not a coup d'etat. Goodluck Jonathan said it was a complete setup. It is not coup d'etat. It was arrangement between the incumbent and the military to take over. And Goodluck even is saying that they should announce the final result for the whole world to know who exactly won. The final result will give us categorically and interpret who is fooling who. But for now, looking at the situation globally or on the global stage and in the news and how you look at it, you see that it doesn't make sense. For the fact that the president is the one calling the media houses, alerting them that he's been arrested, it doesn't make any sense at all. And he was arrested before you realize he's been released and sent to Senegal. No. That coup doesn't happen like that. When coup d'etat happen, the military take over. They cannot release you even quickly like that. Let's listen to what Goodluck Jonathan said.
What happened in Guinea-Bissau, I wouldn't call it a coup. It was not a coup. Maybe some people describe it as no, not quite. I would just say if it is like, for want of better word, I would say maybe it was a ceremonial coup. Because for two things, it is the President Embaló, that announced the coup. Before later, the military man came up to address the world that they were in charge of everywhere. Then Embaló has already announced the coup, which is strange. Not only announcing the coup, but Embaló, while the coup took place, was using his phone and addressing media organizations across the world that he has been arrested. I'm a Nigerian close to 70, and I know how they keep heads of state when a coup takes place. Recently, I was a mediator in Mali, an ECOWAS mediator in Mali, and within that period, we had a military coup. Military don't take over governments, and the sitting president that they overthrown will be allowed to be addressing press conferences and announcing that he has been arrested. Why does this happen? Who is fooling who? Basically, what happened in Guinea-Bissau is quite disturbing to me, who believes in democracy.
That is it. According to Goodluck Jonathan, this is not a coup d'etat. This is arrangement between the military and the president. And Ousmane Sonko, also, who is not in the country, said, look, this one is a sham. It's a setup. And now the ECOWAS community held a virtual, a meeting. And in that meeting, they give two options. They said they are going to send, first of all, technical team to mediate and for the return of democracy. Additionally, if the mediation fail, is not working, then they will be forced to send the standby force in there to restore order. Wow, the same thing they wanted to do in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. You understand? When we resisted them, because that one we knew that it was a genuine coup d'etat right there. It was a genuine revolution right there. But this one, there is a flaw with it. We can neither stand with the politician or stand with the military. But what we know is that the whole thing is orchestrated. Now, for things to be much more clearer, the Electoral Commission, ECOWAS community, African Union, the people who were in charge of the coalition before the coup happened, the so-called coup happened, they need to release the result for us to know who won the election. Only then we can have solid conclusion. I have a concern right here with the standby force that is mentioned by the ECOWAS. If truly you have a standby force who always come active whenever there is coup d'etat, why is there no standby force deployed to Nigeria to go and help Nigeria in the situation happening in Nigeria? Why? Because we can see Nigeria with our own eye today, falling right before all of us. It takes the international community to be talking about Nigeria, the issues happening in Nigeria, they are even more concerned than ECOWAS, than African Union. Why not deploy the standby force to go and eliminate the terrorism happening in Nigeria? That is number one. Now, for Sudan, we will say that Sudan is part of the East African community, so Sudan is not part of ECOWAS. Yes. How about African Union coming in for Sudan? A military force deployed by the African Union to go and save the people of Sudan. How about that? So you see, our people sometimes, when there is a need for them to act, they don't act. When there's no need for them to act, then they act. That is the problem we are having with them. Let's turn it this way. This is why it becomes a little bit critical. We know elections happen and people still vote. And we see these people, our people, they do a democratic coup d'etat. It's when the incumbent stole the vote or they thief the vote. They rob the vote. We don't see African Union in this conversation. If it is declared that the president won, you know, Badaglele, I don't know, I created my own word. Badaglele, he is not the one who won, but he robbed the vote and rigged the vote or rigged the election and won the election. You are not going to hear about standby forces. Citizens will hit the street and what is going to happen? Military will shoot them. You are not going to hear about standby forces. Yes. Even ECOWAS will not even maybe make any statement. It looks like when chaos happens in the name of democracy, our people don't have problem. But when there is peace in the name of military, they have problem. There is chaos in the name of military, they have problem. It looks like the military is the only problem they have. Apart from the military, they have no other problem. Honestly speaking, I agree. For all the indications and the things that we just connected right now, I agree 99% that this coup d'etat, it is not the genuine coup d'etat that happened in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. When the coup d'etat happened in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, I mean, we saw what happened. Now, times will tell for us to understand the real motive of the military. I said it in my previous video that I don't know the motive of the military. If the days are passing by, we see the activities, then we will understand exactly what is going on. Because how can coup d'etat happen and then you that has been arrested, you are informing media houses, where did you get the phone from? This one alone, if we should say ECOWAS is lying, Goodluck Jonathan is lying, the Prime Minister of Senegal is lying, then this scenario alone, that the president contacted, media houses, I mean, it's a setup. It's a complete setup. So these are the situations regarding this coup d'etat. This coup d'etat there, it looks like somebody is tightening grip on power and somebody is trying to rule from behind. That is what it looks like. The incumbent want to be in power unofficially. Yes. Maybe he realized that the election is not going in his favor. So as the election is not going in my favor, let's put tension. Let me declare myself winner. And then the other one also declare, because once I declare myself a winner, if the other one is winning, the election, you know, the pieces that they also gather will show that they have won. So they also declare, which means that there is tension. Then we rode on the tension, or we will ride on the tension, whichever the English put it, then we take over the country. We'll still be in control. That is what happened in Guinea-Bissau. And I believe more details are going to come up for us to understand the issue more and more. So for now, lovely people, Guinea-Bissau, we cannot say it's in the league of revolution. No, this is a arranged revolution. Anyway, more details will come out and I'll keep you updated. Do well to like the video and also subscribe to be part of the family. Don't forget to share the video. All right. See you in the next episode. Respect.